So here we are at Air Studios in Hampstead. We're recording with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra the Titanic Requiem, which I composed with my son RJ.
I've always wanted to make a classical piece of music, and the Requiem is a perfect composition. For instance, if you wanted to write an hour-long piece, the Requiem is 7 movements, about 10 minutes each.
Somebody said, would I write a piece for an orchestra to play at the dock where the Titanic was built on the 15th of April 2012. And it put the seed into my mind. Well, that's when I thought, that's a good idea to actually compose an entire piece. And I met with EPKthe at the Royal Philharmonic. It starts out as a celebration, almost in music, because it actually is a celebration at the beginning, because nobody knew what was going to happen. So it was also one of the great wonders of the age. It was something that this country, it represented the Industrial Revolution coming of age and man's triumph over the elements.
Of course, nothing beats the real thing. Nothing beats a live orchestra, especially the Royal Philharmonic. I mean, we're very happy to be working with them. Of course, working in a studio using synth and digital plugins, it's always going to be an approximation to what you're expecting to hear. But we've had quite a few surprises, though. I mean, they've blown us away basically by the results. They're one-take wonders.
We worked with orchestras all our lives, with the Philharmonics, the New York Philharmonic, the Los Angeles Philharmonic. It's no different than working with any orchestra. Mozart was a popular writer of popular songs, melodies. Only songs with melodies last. All of Mozart's works that have lasted are songs with melodies. If he was alive today, he'd be writing popular songs. That was the way you wrote in those days. It's not about how complicated music is, it's about how simple and relative to the human spirit it is. I think probably later this year we'll probably see the release of this album, and there'll be various people that will be featured on some of the tracks, like Christmas Day and Daybreak, possibly potential singles there. It's hard work, but it's worth it. All composing, when you're putting yourself out there, you've got to make sure it's great. Otherwise, if you don't think it's great, other people won't say. You've got to be. It's no use saying, "I'll wait for another one." But people say, "You've got to feel yourself with anything you do."
I hope that everybody loves it as much as we do. So.